Hello, so today I want to talk about the benefits of fewer wants. I was inspired by the quote, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." One of the traps in life for me is to always want more or always wanting different things, always looking for the next item or opportunity. So I try to consciously practice having fewer wants, and this is difficult, of course, but it gets easier over time. Also, because I'm experiencing the benefits of having and wanting less, the calmness, the rest that it gives me. And so, this makes it easier when I notice myself getting caught up in the wants or the desire trap. Having less is one thing, but wanting less is even better. It's the feeling of enough, and it's so calming. I know that a big part of life is creation, so it's not that there is something wrong to want to have things or to want to accomplish things, to want to create things. It's all part of life, and that's the whole point of it. But the problem for me was that I was overloaded with fake wants that never seemed to end. Words stuck in my head of what I had to become, what I had to accomplish. And when I was honest to myself, none of those things I thought I had to do were things that I myself wanted to do, or even things I cared for. It was just that I really cared for how others would see me. And often I found myself drowning in other people's expectations and other people's words that somehow weren't able to leave my mind, of what I should do, what I should not do, how I should live, and those kind of things. It felt so difficult to feel enough, to feel like having enough, to feel like I was doing enough. But the bigger problem often is that we don't actually focus on the things that we do really want. We don't focus on our big dreams or maybe our desire that we have for a long time, that we want to help others, or the desire to spend a lot of time in nature, or to practice a hobby that we really enjoy. So, with fewer ones, I can focus more on the things that I do like to put my time and effort towards, and some other areas in which I practice to have fewer ones are clothes. I feel so free that I have let go of my desire to wear brand clothes. Not to say that there is anything wrong with expensive clothes, when one can afford that, of course, and especially when it is good quality, but that was not the case for me. I wanted to compensate for me feeling not good enough. I had a fantasy self of how I should look, which was not who I truly am. And I always wanted something special, and it ended up in a full closet without anything to wear, because comfortable clothes did not seem so appealing to me, yet those were the ones that I actually wanted to wear, but I had none of those. So freeing myself from the desires of trendy clothes has been very liberating for me. And of course, I still care. I still like to love the things I wear, but in a very different way, a more realistic and truthful way. The freedom of being unbothered by trends or gadgets, the latest trends in general, the most expensive phones, gadget, all those kind of things that are very temporary and change all the time. Free from this idea of how a home should look like, free from always wanting another trendy decor in my home, the freedom of not feeling the need to impress anyone with some sort of title to my name. Again, there is nothing wrong with having titles, and I really admire people who know what they want and go and get it, especially given all the sacrifices. But it should be something someone really wants to do and not because someone feels like they have to do it. And I'm happy that I have the possibility to turn down promotions that require a lot of sacrifices and also my sanity. So having fewer wants, for me, it is not difficult to say no to those kind of offers. So, these were some of the areas in which I have learned to not only have fewer stuff, but also to have fewer wants and desires. Of course, the amount will be different for everyone, and that is okay. There is nothing wrong with having a lot of desires or wants. I just share how not having authentic desires made me restless and the amount of benefits that it gave me when I learned how to let go of them and to have fewer desires and wants. So let me know how you deal with the wants and what are the most difficult areas and what are the benefits that you have experienced. So let me know, and thanks so much for watching. See you next time.